How's it going, rednecks? I'm in my garage right now with my 1986 Oldsmobile 98, and I'm getting ready to go to the Grand Rapids Metro cruise on 28th Street in 2 days. And I noticed something. I took this thing for a drive the other day, and I lost this cover. There's a bumper cover plate or something right here, and it is gone. So as you can see, this does not look the greatest. It looks like there's a huge piece of my car missing, because there is. And unfortunately, I went online, and these parts are only $80. So it's not, it's $40 a piece for each side, so it's $80 altogether, which isn't a bad deal. The bigger deal is, in 2 days is the Metro cruise, so I don't have time to wait for them things to ship, so I had to come up with a solution, and it's right over here. So right here was my solution. What I did is I removed the panel from the passenger side and glued it back together as good as I could, because it was in pretty rough shape. And then as you can see, I have the two from the yellow Oldsmobile, and I catted them things out. I went on my computer, used Fusion 360, designed the whole thing, threw it on my 3D printer, and printed them out. And this is what I started out with. This is the first iteration, I guess you would say. I had to cut a lot of it out, make some modifications, got it to work. And then as you can see, I have my final one right there. And what I need to do to that one now is I need to sand, prime, and paint it. So since all my printing lines, it was laying on the bed, were printed all this way, I'm going to take 80 grit sandpaper and go against them so I get them all smoothed out. So what do you say we hit it with some 80 grit? Get this thing as smooth as I can, and then we can prime it. Alright, rednecks, with 4 layers of sandable primer on that, it kind of filled in all the grooves and whatnot. So we have a pretty smooth panel, and now what I'm going to do is paint it flat black. Now obviously, ideally, I would want to paint it the color of the car, and right here is my paint code. So my paint is actually U8545. Now ideally, I would obviously want to paint it the color of the car, like I said, but flat black is going to have to do, because no part stores has the paint in stock. Alright, rednecks, with the paint finally dried, considering it's rainy out, really humid and hot, it took it forever to dry, but it is dry now. And if you see here, all that I have to do to mount it is to install these stamped nuts into these. There's 2 holes on one side, and then right there on the top there's the other. And on the car, you have the stud in the top, and then 2 on the side. And here we go, because an engineer designed this instead of a mechanic. These nuts are incredibly hard to get to and to get on, but there they are. Alright, with the panel on, there's one more thing I need to address, and that is this chrome trim right here. There's a clip that goes on them 2 studs down there that's supposed to hold this on, but unfortunately when this fell off, it broke the clip back here. So right here are both the driver and passenger clips, and as you can see, they are broken up pretty good. So what I ended up doing is I took what I had here and catted up these as well. Now I gotta say, that was pretty hard to cat up considering the parts were as broke as they are. But here is our end result, and as you can see, it looks pretty close to the original. And what's left to do now is I need to put a curve to it, because these things have a curve that match the body line right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, set it on that 5-gallon drum, heat it up, and put a curve to it. So there we go, we got the curve out of it that we needed. So now it'll match the body. I'll show you how to install this now. Since it's going to be hard to show how to install it on the car, I'm going to show how to install it right here. We're going to pretend these are two studs, and what we're going to do is we're going to take and put our part so it's over top the stud. So one stud will be coming through here, and one will be coming through here. Then we're going to slide it sideways, and then we're going to twist it. And it's going to lock them in. So one stud will be locked in right here, and the other stud will be locked in down there. Now I gotta say, it's not easy to install that thing. There's not a whole lot of room, and I gotta make sure not to break this clip because I don't know if it's the same or not, and I don't want to find out. So the next thing I need to do is I need to take those little tiny stringy arms, clip them into the bottom, and then try and lift up and clip the top one in. Chrome has little clips on top and bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to hook this side in to the bottom, so these will hook into the bottom of the chrome. And then they're springy. So what we're going to do is we're going to push down. These are going to spring up, and then we're going to hook the top in. Boom. And there you go. With that on there, now it holds the chrome trim up against the body panel. And as you can see, it's far from perfect. But I tell you what, this looks a heck of a lot better than that huge gap that was here before. And I don't know if you can see it, but I did the passenger side as well. It's a little crowded in this garage. Perhaps one of these days I'll clean this thing out. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get back to work.